First stops along the way to Sauble Falls. It is called Point Clark. It's Point Clark Lighthouse. I've driven by here a lot of times. We've always had a trailer, so I was never sure if I would be able to get back in here with the trailer. So today I'm on a solo road trip and I thought I would stop in, and man, I am so impressed. I'll give you a little show here. So when you come in, this is the beach. Now, today the temperature is only about 20 degrees, so the beach is not very busy. I had a little chat with a lady, and she said that a couple weeks ago, when it was really hot, this place probably had over 100 people. So it's nice that I've got the place, that it's not crazy crowded. So it comes all the way around here. And that's just the beachfront. Welcome everybody back to my second solo camping trip of the season. This time I am at Sauble Falls Provincial Park. I decided to do one provincial park like I did last year, and I'm going to do 3 hip camps this year. So this is the provincial park I've chosen, and I want to show you around my campsite. So this is my campsite. This is how I have it set up. I'm in the East Campground, site 125. So it is a river site. Now I've put my sun tent kind of in the middle. I've tried to kind of make it as private as I can. On this side, very good. But when you come around to this side, very open. So I'm trying to have it so it's like a square of privacy. So hopefully that'll work. So I put my sun tent up with my chair and tables. I put my shower tent, toilet tent over to this side, have my table, and my car's over here with all the reflectix going on, and we have a fire pit, and it's a good size site. I'm going to put my hammock over in there between the 2 trees tomorrow, I think, and then you just kind of come down here, and this is where you get your river, but you really have to be close to get a full-on river view. So I'm going to leave it till tomorrow. I got in kind of late, so I'm going to leave it till tomorrow and do some exploring. Well, it's my first night. I have gotten myself a nice fire going, gotten into my comfies. It's starting to drop a little bit in temperature, but it's not too bad. The sun is coming through the trees really nicely, and I have stopped at a bakery along the way. It was called Roots Country Market, and I looked through their baked goods and I found some fry pies again. So again, I was kind of coming through the Mennonite area, so they really are big on doing these fry pies. Now this is not from the same people in Listowel. This is from Holyrood, Ontario. It doesn't say the name of the bakery, it just says what town it was baked in. So let's try it and see if it's as good as the other ones. It looks different than the other ones, a little bit mushier than the other ones, but we'll see. Honestly, I'm not a fan. It tastes like the oil, like it's kind of old oil. That's disappointing. I would have really enjoyed that, but not the greatest. So I'll have to try and think of another snack for tonight. Oh well, it doesn't always go 100% perfect with the bakeries. They just gotta give it a shot, give it a try. Good morning, everybody. So, first night in the car on my second trip, and didn't sleep too badly. Got up in the middle of the night. Nice to have the shower tent or the toilet tent right there. So, but it was very quiet around here. considering the amount of people. Didn't hear a thing through the whole night, so that worked out really well. And then I woke up this morning. I love this moonroof, because you get to see this when you wake up in the morning. All that. And then you get down here, and then you get to see out that way. I'm loving this vehicle just for that. Very good. Okay. And now time off for some tea. It's about 11 degrees outside, so it's going to be a little nippy. So, all right. See you at breakfast. Yeah. Cut it. Have a few strawberries on the side. And that is my breakfast for this morning. Alright, this is my first visit today to the falls. I've been here many times, usually lots and lots of people wandering through these falls during the warmer weather, one of them being me. But yeah, a little chilly to be doing that, but I might do what that lady's doing over there and just go over and sit in the sun after I'm done kayaking. So sad. So I get here, I am so disappointed. There is no rentals right now. I never even thought that the rentals were like maybe July and August. I would have thought now would be prime time for kayaking. Never even thought to call. Oh, that just changes everything about my trip. Well, I guess I'm going to have to pivot and just do some hiking and some enjoying of the nice weather. So beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna see how cold it is. Oh my Lord. I love this water because it's so clear, but ooh, it is still a little chilly at this time of year. And that big tree, that was never there before, so that must have come down at some point and got stuck on the rocks. But I'm going to spend a little time here, and I'm going to probably, there's a 2.5 kilometer trail just up from my campsite. So I was going to save that for tomorrow morning, but I'm thinking maybe not. And then there's also a trail over on the west side that kind of follows along the river, so I might. Yeah, look at this. This is off of the Sauble Trail. Beautiful lookout. Too bad there wasn't a bench here. Perfect opportunity to sit and enjoy. But anyways, gorgeous. And nobody's on the trail right now. It's all myself. Alright, so tonight's supper is going to be fairly simple. I've got some of those Mark D'Angelo's chicken skewers, like the chicken souvlaki skewers. So I've just taken it off the skewers. I'm just going to fry those up and have some tzatziki sauce, and I made myself a tomato cucumber salad. Alright, so all done. This is what it looks like. Just very simple, just the chicken skewers, some tzatziki sauce, and my salad. So just keeping it light for today on a really nice, beautiful night. The sun is slowly starting to go down. I think last night I was barely awake at 10 o'clock and it was still not that dark out. So yeah, but I'm going to dig in and enjoy this. Well, this is my second night, and I've got my fire going pretty good. I've done really well with my fires, actually. I don't think I've ever had an issue. But tonight, so she had some samples out, and I tried them, so I know that they taste good. So it is called Campfire Coals, and it's from a place in Neustadt, Ontario. And this is s'mores flavor. So that's what they look like. Looks like it's got marshmallow in it and chocolate, and it's crunchy. And oh, and it's got it's got that sponge toffee in it as well. It's really good. So I'm going to sit here, enjoy my candy on my fire. Going over the day. Had a good breakfast. Got myself all set, ready to go. Went over, was going to be ready for a big paddle this morning. And I got there and there was nothing there. There was no rentals, no canoes, no kayak, nothing. So that kind of put a bit of a damper on my day. But you gotta go with what's happening. So I ended up coming back. Made myself a little bit of a lunch to take with me, and I was gonna hike the Sauble Trail. And I got onto the trail and then realized I hadn't sprayed myself. So the mosquitoes were very happy with me. I wasn't very happy with them. But so it made it very difficult to really enjoy the walk, because I would have liked to have taken a lot more pictures and been able to, slow down a little bit and stuff. But I found I couldn't really do that. And with the Sauble Trail, I would say that it was a moderate trail. In the beginning, like if you were to turn, you come to a fork, and if you were to turn right, it brings you up the stairs and come in a loop. If you were to turn left, then you come around and go down the stairs. So turning right, that whole half was very up and down, lots of roots. Once you got to the turn and come back, not as many roots, not as much up and down, so it was a little bit easier. But it was still very pretty. Had a very nice, very gorgeous lookout. And yeah, so once I got through that, there was no place to sit and eat my lunch. So I came back here and had my lunch looking over the river. And after that, I have my wonderful hammock. And I don't no idea how long I had a nap for, but it was just very soothing, very calming. Yeah, so read my book for a while after that, and then went for another walk back over to the falls. And then I came back and had supper, and I'm kind of washed up and put some stuff away and stuff. But now is my relaxed time, and have my fire and have my candies. I don't know, hopefully I won't go through this whole bag in one night, but you never know, because they're pretty good. So we'll see you in the morning, everybody. Well, good morning, everybody. This is my last morning here, and it will be my last breakfast here. So, this morning, I'm going to attempt to make something I've never made before. This is called bannock, so it's like a fry bread, and I'm going to probably put a little bit of blueberries into it, add a little bit of extra to it. So, I'm going to start with right now. I've got the bannock mixture. I got this recipe online. So it's basically flour, some brown sugar, some baking powder. So there's no yeast in it. It's the baking powder that gives it the leavens. There's some dry milk in it. So yeah, we'll start with adding some water. Now this water is warm water, and they say you got to be really careful about not putting too much water in it. So let's start with a little bit and get my little thing here. And they say just kind of stir it up. Stir, stir, stir. A little bit more water. And once I get this to a certain consistency, then I'm going to use my hands to kind of bring it together a little bit more. Beautiful temperature out. It's not cold at all today. This is about 8:30 in the morning. So yeah, it's going to be a nice day, I think. This is my last day, so I'll be... All right, now, my little oil bottle here. That Pat rigged me up. If I can get it off. There we go. And I'm hoping I'm going to have enough oil as well, because it looked like this could need a lot of oil. So, just so it doesn't stick on the bottom. Oh, we can listen to those seagulls. Got a lot of seagulls here because we're the Sauble River. It runs into Lake Huron, and it's not that far up that way. So we get a lot of seagulls here. Some places get raccoons and that kind of thing, and this place gets seagulls that you got to watch your garbage for. Okay, so let's turn this on. That's high. I'll try and turn this down as much as I can, since these things really put off a lot of heat. The butane stove. Okay, that should be good. So we'll just let that go. Okay, so it smells like it's going good. So I'm just going to get a little piece and kind of put it down. And another piece. Now I know I've seen some people like kind of flatten it out, but I'm going to do it this way. Do it just like that. I'm hoping I don't have too much oil in it, but we'll soon find out. Okay. Well, I got 4 there. Yeah, that one looks like a little on the small side, so add some more to him. There we go. All right. So, let that fry up. And I'm just going to top it with some blueberries. These are the little wild blueberries. I like the taste of them, the texture of them better than the full blueberries. But I didn't want to mix it in because I've come to find that when you mix the blueberries in, they kind of break into everything and everything turns blue. So by doing it like this, once I flip it over, they'll get baked in better. It looks a little shy. There we go. Good enough. And okay, I think they're looking pretty good. You see that? Nicely brown on that side. So I'm just waiting. I got rid of a bit of the oil. Probably a little bit too much oil, but again, I want to make sure that they're cooked inside. So I am going to let it brown a little bit more. You can hear it sizzling, so I still have some moisture in it. Just can't beat cooking outside. I keep looking back in behind here and all the mist that's kind of coming across the river, as well as people's campfires. I woke up this morning and it's just the whole smell of outdoor bacon and eggs being cooked. Lovely. All right. I think, oh, those are looking really good. They got a good brown on them. That one might not. That one might need a little bit more, but I'm just going to stick them over on my plate. Oh, I guess I shouldn't lean over the. See how nice that looks. Got the blueberry to it. I'm going to cook that one a little bit longer, I think. And it just has a little bit of a doughy texture on the outside on part of it, so I'm just going to let that cook a little bit more. By the falls. Strawberry yogurt by the falls. Oh, this is heaven. This is my heaven. But the blueberries really add to it. And there's what we call the brown sugar, so the white sugar. So it's got a nice sweet taste to it. Love it. I didn't bring any butter down. Put butter on this one. This was the best part of my weekend. As you know, I said before, it took me a bit to get up here and some construction done. That's not anything that you can control. So I get here, and the campsite that I chose was next to the river. Now, I didn't necessarily say river view, but I thought I would get a little bit more than the little postage stamp that I had. But that being said, the site was very large, private on one side, quite open on the other side. It was site 125. Around at some of the other sites, I think I got a pretty good site. small park, which is what everybody says about Sauble Provincial Park. The sites are small and crowded. Everybody comes here for this. Now, that being said, my main reason for booking here, because over the years, I've not been a big fan of provincial parks and the way that they've come along and as crowded as they've been. Coming here with the whole idea that I could rent a kayak and kayak down the other side of the river. So I get here yesterday morning and there's nothing, no canoes, no kayaks, nothing. So disappointed. So I came over to the falls, put my feet in the water, had a relaxing morning, went back, made lunch, went to do a hike, and forgot my bug spray, so that, again, my fault, my bad. A rookie mistake. Had a good nap, read my book, made my breakfast, made my dinners, had some fires, and that's what it was really all about. It's just getting away, getting back into the summer season and the camping season. And again, this I've come back to this. It's like a magnet, coming back to the rushing river and the rushing falls in the water and feet in the water. Something I think I realized this trip though is, as you're getting older, you're not getting as agile. I'm not talking necessarily about the hikes, but I used to be able to put my water shoes on and slip around through these and not feel anything at all as far as balance-wise. This time around, I had a bit of a hard time, I must say. You get to the rocks and you want to sit down, and it takes a little bit to sit down, but then you don't think, well, okay, now I got to get back up again. So I had a couple issues yesterday doing that, but again, it is what it is. I'm still working. I still got all my mental capacities. I'm still moving around and walking around. I still did a 2.5 kilometer hike yesterday, and not too bad. But coming back, when I come back to this, even with the kayaks, you know what? I don't think I would. I think I've really converted to the idea of hip camp and privacy. My next two are both going to be hip camps, so I'll be able to kind of compare. But looking around, it is a beautiful spot. There is so much nature, especially the East Campground. That was one thing I noticed. It was kind of funny because East Campground was not radio free, where all the more natural sites were. Whereas the West Campground is more trailers and pull-throughs, and that's where the radio free is. I find that kind of little backwards, but yes. So just breathing in, taking in the sunshine. There was no rain, all sun. Nights were cool, but it was fine to sleep in my car. Didn't have an issue, and yeah, I don't. There wasn't any major rodents or anything. I did make a rookie mistake. Another rookie mistake is that I had full intentions. I bought a garbage can with a lid on it, and I was going to put it into my car at the end of the day. Well, my first night, forgot to do it, came out, and garbage all over the place. So, last night, I learned my lesson, took care of that, put it on in the car. But yeah, so I probably would come back up to this area in our trailer. We always come up to this area in our trailer. We stay at a private campground, and then we drive over here. We spend the day walking through the falls, and we would actually sit in the falls and have the water coming down on our shoulder. Right now, we've had a lot of rain in the last probably month or so, so it's a pretty good rushing river. When we were here in end of July, beginning of August, usually the time we come, the water isn't quite as strong. So again, that might be the reason why they hold the kayaks and canoes until, maybe beginning of July or something. I don't know. I haven't heard an answer back on that one yet. So yeah, so pretty. I'll be back. I'll be back here, not to the park, to the Provincial park, but I'll be back here. I'm sure. All right. Well, we'll see you on the next one. Another 2. Not till the end of August and end of September. So hopefully you enjoy this weekend away with me. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.